Thank you, Josh. Anybody else have questions for Josh? No? Okay. Thank you. Okay.
Thanks.
Hey.
Good evening. Paul Salvatore, 148 North Elm, Newtown Borough resident, former board member, Newtown Corporation, and active participant since its inception with the first night at Good News School. I can give you a history of the design committee. I can tell you how it went along. In the beginning, they were all volunteers. Alan Smith was the chair. They focused a lot, while Alan was chair, on the streets, the facades. Alan took great pride in that. Alan continued that while he was on our board. He resigned, and then Mike Sellers took over. The focus changed after that point to the Newtown Creek. In the last 2 years, we did get a grant for the creek, but that's where the focus seemed to have shifted with the design committee under Mike's leadership. I actually raised some of Julia's issues last year with Chris, stating that, you know, it's great that we have the Newtown Creek, but we've gotten our focus off the streets, and we needed to get back to it. And I raised those questions myself last year at one of our board meetings with her. I think it's important to realize, and you are correct, Gerard, most of what we've done was accomplished through main streets. All right, and that's what was Chris's expertise, and she did a fantastic job with that. She knew main streets inside and out. She had 17 years of expertise with it. But we were out of the main streets. That funding wasn't available. Those grants were things that were available through main streets. We needed to start looking at other avenues for grants. We did not. The design committee went down the creek, so to speak, you know, and that's where the grant came in. And we did receive a grant, Julie. You know that. You're part of the Newtown Creek Coalition. And that's fine. But we need to get back focused on the community, and we need to get back focused on the streets. I point to the website that we designed. There are over 32 pictures of Newtown Borough architecture on it. On our own borough website, there's 12. All right, so we take pride in the architecture. If you count the township's architecture, there's probably over 50 or 60 photos. You can go check it out, www.allaboutnewtown.org. We mentioned preservation throughout. We talk about economic development because it has to go hand in hand with preservation. If you don't have the money, you can't preserve. Events like the Brewfest are key to that. And should money be put aside? Absolutely. I questioned where the Brewfest money was going for a long time. And I would love to see projects. In fact, I know Corky just mentioned the one that the Joint Historic Commission brought up about the toll house. I received an email about that, and I passed it along. And I think it's a fantastic project, and it's a step in the right direction. But one of the things Newtown Corporation had said is they want to partner. So if the Historic Association has something they want to do, bring it up. We'll partner. If it's the borough, if it's the township, we'll partner. That's what we want to do. We want to help. We can help raise the money. We can be part of it. It's not that maybe Corky and the design committee have to come up with ideas. I'm sure there's enough ideas floating around with the different organizations and board members. And Josh has never mentioned one of those projects the whole time I was there as far as historic. And he never talked to me privately about it while I was the interim director. So he may have talked to other board members, but you need to bring it up at a board meeting. You need to put it out there. Maybe Josh could join the design committee and help Corky. That would be a great avenue for him going forward. And I'm sure that we can, you know, work together with the Brewfest and make that happen. I mean, it's scheduled for October 16th out at the Swim Club. We had to move it out of the borough because there was a lot of confusion with the other Brewfest, and I wish them all the luck in the world. And it just made more sense to get a clear definition between the two. So that's why we chose to do that. It was confusing everyone. So now there's two distinct locations, so it makes it a lot easier to understand. We'd love to do events in Newtown Borough. It's a great, we just did the Music Fest. Dennis was out there. He saw it. We had a great turnout, but everybody who walked in was given a bag with information about Newtown Borough businesses, Newtown Borough, its architecture. They were giving information about Newtown. So people came from New York, people came from Philadelphia, New Jersey, from all over to Newtown, to this area, to Shady Brook Farms, but they were given information to come into this town. And we got them this close, why can't we get them the rest of the way in? And that's our goal. So any questions? Thank you.
Hi, my name's Mark Craig. I was one of the people that actually founded Newtown Corporation. And there was a weird statement said that when it was Newtown JDNC, it was one thing, and when it was Newtown Corporation, it was another. We just changed the name. There was no change. And with all due respect to several of you on the board and one of the speakers before, you don't have a clue what the Main Street program is. The Main Street program was created by the National Trust for Historic Preservation, recognizing that unless we focus on economic vitalization of our downtowns, they're going to disappear. It's not about whether we're doing a facade grant. I can read to you the Main Street program talks about historic preservation and how what's key is rekindling community pride, improving consumer and investor confidence, improving advertising, retail, and retail promotions and special events. This is the first year in 12 years that I just sat back as a bystander. And I've seen more come out of Newtown Corporation this year than any of the other years. And we got this first Saturday with horses, buggies going all around. Their website is amazing. They've got all sorts of mailing lists. I mean, there's tons and tons of things coming around. But you're focusing on, geez, what did they spend $1,500 on a facade for? Architectural preservation is preserving the whole community. And if you don't care about the community, yeah, I'd say just kick them out, because by getting rid of a liquor license, you're just saying, you know, I really don't care about this program and this organization that promotes the community and really tries to bring businesses here and bring people into the community. I mean, you don't have a clue what this was. I mean, Perry, you refer to us departing from the original intent of the Newtown Corporation. You were never anywhere to be seen. The Newtown Corporation bylaws and the focus of the corporation is not any different than it had been. It's expanded, yeah, because there's no more state money that's funding it. The money lasts for 5 years, and then you're supposed to be self-sustaining. Do we want to go to all the businesses in Newtown Borough and all the residents and say, hey, guys, give me all your money? I mean, they're out there looking for different interesting ways to find money and spend money to help promote Newtown. Now, we were 1/5 of the organization as the borough. We got more than 50% of all the attention, if you really ask me, because most of the attention of Newtown Corporation has been on State Street. Now, if you want to abandon it, that's your decision. And by going and saying you don't want them to have a liquor license and taking the Brewfest away, that's fine. That's your decision. But what you're really telling the community is you don't care about bringing these activities in here, because what do you have to take over for it? This is an organization that's self-funded, that's actually creating activities and functions that bring people into the organization, into the community. And these dollars that are brought in the communities help the retailers pay their rent. And they improve the housing values of people in Newtown. And they make Newtown the pride of Lower Bucks County and all of Bucks County. I mean, so it's so myopic to say, what are you doing to spend on someone's canopy or fixing someone's windows, when the whole organization is out there to help preserve the community so it doesn't become run down like so many of these other communities across the country. There are 2,000 communities across the state of the United States that have been part of the Main Street program. And the Main Street program has four specific activities, or four specific points on it, being organization, promotion, design, and economic structuring. And that's all the same as what we have. Gerard, you referred to, geez, when we were Main Street. Well, that's fine. Main Street referred to funding. It didn't refer to how the organization is run and what they did. I'm just really proud to see everything that the organization has done this year. I mean, most people in this community and elsewhere are oblivious to all the political shenanigans that are going on. You know, I agree with some of the things, I disagree with others, but the fact is that there's been a ton of value to this community this year. And by adding value to this community and drawing people in, they are adding to our architectural preservation. If only giving the businesses some money so they can actually upkeep their buildings. So, I mean, you're really missing the point if you're just focusing on, geez, what kind of windows are they fixing or awnings replacing, or, you know, a minor part of the overall Main Streets program. Whereas the major point is, yes, preserving architectural integrity, but not so by adding all the money to it, but by providing the vitality of the communities, and it's succeeding. So I just, I direct you all to the National Trust website and start and read it, because based on the discussion that's been placed on the table today, it's very clear no one has.